All right, after a divisive race that split the party, far-left progressive Abdul El-Sayed is now urging Democrats to unite after defeating Congresswoman Haley Stevens in Michigan's Senate primary.
We as a party have to come together. You know, we had a hard-fought battle. There were some disagreements, but I also know that the things that unite us are so much bigger than whatever it is that divides us. We have an opportunity right now to come together to embrace the idea that we can have an America that is affordable, because Michiganders right now are suffering. Mike Rogers is exactly the opposite of that, and we have an opportunity to come together to defeat him, defeat Trumpism, hold him accountable, and start actually addressing the challenges that people in Michigan are facing.
Former Obama fundraiser and Silicon Valley tech pioneer Allison Huynh joins me now. Allison, great to have you back on the program. And as has been well documented, when you've been here, you were heavily entrenched in that Democrat Party ecosystem. I'm sure you have a lot of friends still there. So what are those friends saying this morning about what this means, this win by El-Sayed means for the future of their party?
Well, they can't have their cake. You know, you can't, you have to decide what side you're on. Is this the party of Michigan auto workers, or is this the party of socialism, Mandami, and AOC? And so there is a split down the middle right now. And so they need to decide. And if it's going to be socialism, they're going to lose a lot of people like me. I know I used to be a big Democrat, and then I was forced to become a Republican, happily Republican now.
So Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is issuing this challenge to El-Sayed over the course of the next 3 months. Listen.
And I just want to issue a dare. Continue to campaign with Hassan Piker right now. You're in a general election now. I dare you. Keep campaigning with someone like Hassan Piker, the guy that, you know, on the 25th anniversary of 9/11, my best friend says America deserved 9/11, and you're going to try to win a general election. So that's, how can he reconcile the outlandish thing that he said?
Okay, so that's the question, Allison. We heard in the introductory soundbite that I played that El-Sayed wants to bring everybody together, bring the Democrat Party together. But what does El-Sayed actually campaign on? Is he going to do things that maybe disavow some of his previous positions to bring more independents back in and bring more sort of center-left Democrats back in? Or does he continue campaigning with Hassan Piker and the like and say, this is me, I'm going to double down on this?
Well, we actually have to look at his spots. His spots show us that he's a socialist. And so what does he say? Well, free health care for all. What does that mean? Free groceries for all. Well, I grew up in a socialist country. Free health care means that, I was bitten by a rabid dog when I was 5 years old in a communist country, and then I was sent on a bus for 10 hours to get the medicine. And for groceries, we stood in line for 10 hours with my mother. That's the harsh reality of socialism. So do you want that, or do you want growth? And then double whammy with California, it became the Socialist Republic of California. Our beautiful, great, innovative state succumbed to the socialist mayors like Karen Bass, as well as the catch and release district attorney of Chesapeake and George Gascon, that made our streets very unsafe. Bad schools, they outlaw algebra here in San Francisco. So I want to hear real policies from Abdul El-Sayed and hear what he has to bring people together. People, at the end of the day, they want grocery, they want safety on the streets. I know I have three young adults, and that's what I care for about the streets in San Francisco and Los Angeles, where my daughter lives. She was attacked there. What are you going to do to make it safer? What are you going to do? There are kids that are going to UCLA and Berkeley, and they've not even taken algebra. I can't even believe that.
That's unreal. Yeah, and to your point, this isn't a mayor. This isn't a representative. This is a senator with national implications that will touch you there in California, will touch us here in New York, will touch the entire country if he's elected. And we need to pay attention to that. Allison, it's always a pleasure. Thank you, my friend.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.